views and opinions expressed on The Big Llama Show are those of the host and guest. They do not reflect that of our sponsors, advertisers, or employers. Enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live!
Yeah, it's in the, she ruckus. That beat, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go,
Wagon to the million, Louis V about that. Stacking paper limitless, what you know about that? I'm getting paper, seats in the cloud, hands up in the air. Wagon to the million, Louis V about that. Stacking paper limitless, what you know about that?
Hey everybody, welcome to The Big Llama Show. I'm The Big Llama. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me bring on my co-host. With me as always, Mr. Blackout AD. AD, what's going on, my friend?
What up, Llama Nation? How's it going, brother?
What's up, man? That like the intro, huh, guys?
Yeah.
New fire for everybody, right?
I was like, at first it sounded like a creepy, like tense thing, but it was a good build up, man. I was bobbing my head, getting ready.
Yeah, I know. It's building up the excitement for tonight's episode.
Yes, sir.
Which can either go really, really well or can crash and burn tonight.
100%. Hopefully the chat will carry us to a victory, though.
I think so. If you guys can't tell by my voice, I'm a little under the weather right now. I'm fighting a stomach bug or food poisoning or something. I don't know what it is. But the show must go on. We'll talk about that a lot more during the show, I'm sure. In fact, laughing even hurts my ribs. That's how much I've been throwing up. So, don't make me laugh.
So don't make the guy laugh. Hey, we appreciate you coming. You know, I mean, obviously we still have a show. You know, doing the show is not easy when we're sick. I mean, we both experienced it a couple weeks ago where we were both sick. It's not easy going through these topics. So I'm glad you came through.
No. Listen, last night, about midnight or so, when I was telling AD, I went to bed. First of all, let's start with what happened to me yesterday.
Let's hear it.
Yesterday I wasn't feeling right. I just wasn't feeling right. Like I went to have breakfast, got some McDonald's or something. The rest of the day didn't feel right. Wasn't anything wrong with me. I just didn't feel right. Something went jiving. So throughout the day I wasn't hungry. I was like, no, I ain't hungry. I don't want to eat anything. And then like my family's like, hey, Big Llama, that's weird. Like you love to eat shit. So what's going on? I was like, nah, nothing. I just don't feel right. And then last night, about 6 o'clock, we do every year we go to this light display, and we, as a family. And as I'm doing the driving, I'm feeling worse and worse. Like the room is spinning.
Yeah.
And sure enough, we did the Chinese fire drill. I got to the back. Mandy took the driver, and I just sat in the back with my head in my shirt, trying not to puke. And I made it home after about an hour and a half of driving.
Yeah,
I made it home, but yeah, man, I haven't been right since, man. And like last night about 12:30, I was ready to call you and be like, no, we're not doing the show tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's how bad I felt at the moment. I felt like I was dying.
Damn, man.
So,
well, like I said, I'm happy you're here. Let's just make this an efficient, good show. Get you some rest. We gotta get you feeling better, man.
No worries. All right, let's start with the chat. Let's start with the chat because
that's crazy.
Yeah, no, they're bumping. We start with Baldemar. Talks about he was the first one. So yes,
Jacob.
sir.
What
First.
up, Jacob? Right
Right after that was Gabe. He's bringing the Blackout Nation.
Always, baby.
Is it Isaiah or is that Isaiah?
Oh yeah, maybe. I don't know. Real deal.
The real deal. Yeah, he put his hand up. Right. Yeah. Count me in.
You see it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Isaiah.
My slime.
This guy's bringing gang. Obviously, I threw some ADs in the chat. You already know.
Yeah. We got some fish heads for Hercules Outlaw.
Always.
All right, Llama Nation's in the house. Let's see. This Dysfunction just joining us, huh? Let's get it. Let's go. I see you out there on Twitch. She's always
Grinding.
doing something on Twitch, man. She's an entertaining one.
I
for
love
sure.
her. I was watching it today on stream, and I love her streams because she's playing with her mom, her dad, and her brother, and they're just gaming together, and it's just a good time. And I'm like, the fact that they're getting their family doing that, I think it's a dope content, man. Dope content.
Oh, for sure. Let's see. You like the intro, so that's good.
It was crazy.
You got Jimmy in here. I heard this is the Gabe emojis, right?
Yeah, the gay emojis.
The Gabe emojis with the big head, right?
Yeah.
Alex Lau says Sonic the Hedgehog at. Oh god.
That gay. Oh man.
Let's see. AD's in the chat. He's Baltimore. How's it going, bros? Hey man, we're hanging, man. We're hanging.
You heard he's sick. The man's sick.
Oh man, and let's see. Baltimore. Yeah, Chinese fire drill. Yeah, man. That's if you ever done that in the car, man, you ever just jump out and switch drivers and everything else, man. It's crazy. And let's see. Yes. Okay. So, man, we got a lot of guys out here on the chat, man. Welcome to the Big Llama Show, guys.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
Appreciate everybody on here, man. So I don't want to be gross, but like AD, when's the last time you had to freaking throw up? Like, let me ask that question because to me it's the worst,
Bro.
the worst feeling in the world. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling. Last time I threw up, probably sometime beginning of the year, but every time it happens, it's not a good time, man. I feel gross with myself after too.
Dude, I mean, it's one thing if I was drinking. I feel okay because I did it to myself, right? But
The sick, like getting sick, throwing up.
Yeah, no, feeling. It's nothing like that. It's like so primal too, man. It's like Jesus, like you don't want to. I don't know if I'm fighting it or not, but man, I don't want to get gross on this subject, but man, I thought about it all day. I'm like, man, that's the worst thing you could possibly do.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got James Walsh, Alex, first time viewer, first time in the chat. Okay.
Oh, thank you, James. That's a chat moderator.
There you go. The new subscriber alert. All right. Excellent.
Hey.
Excellent. Welcome to the show. Gabe's on here. My son. All right.
Yes, yeah, that makes sense. Oh man. What are we talking about this week, man?
Well, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. We got a couple of things. One, I want to talk about the subscribers, as I always do. You know, let's highlight them. You know, this week we made some headway. We were at 342 or 341. It's steady climbing. It's a steady number, which again, week to week, the subscribers are getting bigger and there's more people on here. I was a little afraid. I think I alienated about 4 subscribers with my when I dabbled in those shorts. Remember, I think you hit me up.
Yeah.
What happens? So what happens? Did you see that I posted multiple shorts?
So I just check your channel every day. Like, I just watch the growth because you're the first person that I know personally that I'm watching like grind YouTube and see how. So I take it as like a learning thing. And obviously we got the show every Sunday, so I take an interest in. So literally every day I look, and when I look, I just saw that you posted. I think it popped up on my thing that you posted 1. Then I like checked and I saw that you posted 4. But with all these algorithms, like what I've learned, like just trying to get things out there, if you post a lot on the same day or a lot of like the same hashtags like over and over, they kind of like push your stuff to the back. So, and then like you said, I mean, you saw when I hit you about it, you said you lost a couple people because of it, and I was like, oh wow.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was gonna be like that, but
it was 4 subscribers, like just all of a sudden, like, and I wasn't just experimenting with the shorts, seeing how they work and how they run, forgetting that I have subscribers that like get notified when I post stuff. And so, 4 of them were like, I almost dropped the F-bomb. My one. Not yet. I get one.
If you weren't here last week, we got new rules here.
That's right.
PG-13.
We moved up the rating to PG-13. We're allowed at least one F-bomb, maybe more. Just depends. 1 per host. How's that?
Yeah, I like that.
But yeah, no, I lost 4 right off the bat, and I was like, "Oh man, this is crazy." But hey, you know, this is what you do. You experiment. You just try new things, and you see what happens.
Yeah, and I was just letting you know, like, just off the base of like the algorithm, like sometimes it doesn't like that overexposure. But then I was also letting you know because, like I said, I'm eventually right now I'm just working on the Twitch channel. Eventually, I'm getting to YouTube, but I'm noticing people put their shorts and clips on one channel. You know what I mean? So if you do like start working on the shorts and stuff, maybe make like a Big Llama Show clips channel or something like that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm scared away from it now. I was like, man, I don't want to lose another 4 subscribers for this. But but again,
if you build a channel that is centered around those things, then it can help you. Then rather than like maybe upsetting the, I don't know you necessarily upsetting, but getting notified multiple times probably is kind of like, oh man.
No, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like I'll figure it out. But yeah, no, it did scare me. But the chat's bumping here. How many F-bombs does the chat get?
One each person.
I don't know.
One each person.
Don't burn. You know what? You get one per subscriber you bring to the show. How's that?
Oh wow!
Bring me 10
every episode.
Every episode you bring me 1 or 2 subscribers. You get 1 or 2 F-bombs. You get a couple more. How's that?
That's crazy.
Alex says women don't like Gabe. Oh,
wow. Here we go.
The Gabe hate.
The interaction, man.
The Gabe hate is there, man.
Hey, we need to have a segment just for him to pop in, tell us some dumb take about that he has, and then just end it and see what the chat does.
Right, exactly. Just bring him on. Let him give us his 2 cents. Let's see. We got Baltimore, Big Llama and AD hype. Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Let's see. Gabe throws up in the back of his.
Cap detected.
Cap detected. Yeah, and you know what's funny is usually I'm in the Big Llama shirt or the hoodie. I'm actually in clothing that keeps me warm. I'm telling you, that's how bad I feel. It's like, let me put some shit on that's gonna help me stay warm during this show. And it's always hot in this back room, so it's weird. It's a weird night. It's a weird night. Oh, here we go. Gabe's life is a dumb take. Human blooper reel.
You brought in the movies. I get it.
I mean, listen, man. I love it. I love the fact that we got these guys engaged in the chat.
Yeah.
Every night, every time that we do this, it's awesome. What is this? Is this episode 26?
No, 28, I believe.
28? Yeah, we've been 28.
On. 28. We're about to hit 30, man.
I know. It's crazy. It's crazy how, like, every time I do an update to say that, hey, we're going to be on, I look at the number and I'm like, wow, I can't believe it. And I did post the Mortal Kombat review on the podcast. So for those of you who want to hear how it all started, the podcast is there, and it's on obviously it's on YouTube. It's under my live streams.
I'm gonna have to watch it on stream. Relive it on stream.
It's, like I said, it was, I think it was 45 minutes, maybe 50 minutes. And
it's kind of a lot for our first time too.
Yeah, no, we didn't know. Like we had no idea like what we were doing.
Yeah.
It was just a lot of fun, man. That totally was a lot of fun. So
it's good to see the growth we have, like, as broadcasters from then to this point.
Oh yeah. I think a night like tonight would have broke us, man. Like early on, we'd be like, "Oh shit, what do we do?" Yeah. And then we would have been stuck to our topics, and then we would have been done. Yeah, exactly. Let's fly through the topics.
Exactly. You got anything more to say about Hawkeye? No. All right.
No. Okay, we're good. Hey, you were streaming a lot. You were doing the UFC Fight Watch, right?
Listen, I've been streaming since Friday. I've had like 12 hours of streaming, 13 hours, something like that. But yeah, I streamed the UFC 269 last night, and I gotta say, I've had two like fight streams like that before, but they were kind of just like, whim things. Like, all right, I'll test it out. But this time was kind of like planned throughout the week. Like, I kept saying it all throughout the streams that I was streaming throughout the week. I was tweeting about it. And I got to say, it was one of my best streams to date, like 320 live views. Like, it was a pretty good time. So, I mean, I've gained like 10 followers. Last night, some dude came in the chat and was telling me, like, yo, put your chat on followers only. Make a Discord. On our Discord, I streamed the actual fight on Discord. And I had like 6 people in the Discord watching the fight.
Oh, wow.
So like he was like giving me all this game, and like my numbers went crazy since he helped me. So shout out to Trig. Gabe gave him a sub today, so he's officially part of Blackout. I mean, yeah, my stream's been going crazy, man. I got up to 13 viewers last night, so I'm pretty
Yeah.
excited about what I'm doing.
When I popped in and you were doing the UFC fights, I saw you had about 10 viewers or some sitting on the live stream.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, this is just getting pretty good. And there was some engagement, some people in the chat. It was good, man. It was really nice.
Yeah, man.
Was the fight worth it though? I didn't watch any of it. Was it any good?
100%, man. It was I started watching like in the prelims kind of, and I started recording then. But from that point on, like the first fight I watched was a knockout, and every fight after that was just either a knockout or a war. And Juliana Pena took the belt from Amanda Nunes, which kind of shocked the world. Amanda Nunes is considered like the greatest woman fighter of all time. She was a two-time last night she was two-time champion in 2 divisions. So I mean, she lost one of her belts. People kind of went crazy for that, and then Charles Oliveira took out Dustin Poirier last night as well. So I mean, huge fights.
Well, that's good, man. That's good. And you're going to keep doing those streams, huh? Because those have been pretty popular.
Honestly, there's clearly a market for it, right? Like, so I'm thinking every big fight, they announce it kind of ahead of time so I can get like the time off, or whether I work in the morning or just have that day off and stream the fights whatever time. Because like I said, clearly there's a market. Clearly people need a space to watch it, like in the Discord. I didn't really think about it. There's 10 viewers on the Twitch, but 6 in the Discord. So like if I could create a community off of that and continue doing these streams, who knows? And like I said, numbers wise, best stream I've had. And the fact that I kind of planned it made me feel a little good about it, because it was like a week of planning, like, and talking about it to get to that point, you know? So.
No, for sure. I mean, listen, any growth is good. And like I said, you're finding a community of people who, want to hear your thoughts on that kind of stuff. So, like I said, I always find it entertaining. No matter where I am, I try to tune in. And I think, remember I was telling you, I'm trying to tie in this live show to my posts as well. So I'm trying to build a fan base of the regular folks who watch my videos to come to the live streams as well. Yeah. Because what I've noticed is there are those YouTubers that live stream a lot, like we do, and then there are some that only do it like every couple of months. Yeah. And all they do is they get on there. They don't even engage the chat. And I get it; they've got hundreds of people in chat, but they're just opening gifts and doing all kinds of. They're just talking, like what I like is that we provide a show. Like we've got some decent content, and we got people here, and it's a lot of fun. But again, I've noticed that the people that are in my market, the guys that I'm competing against, a lot of them don't do live streams. So I'm trying to incorporate that into each of my videos. So, which this week's video,
let us know. But to your point, I just want to say, like, you doing the live streams is not the norm. You know what I mean? Like, YouTube live stream is on the come up right now. I mean, they're signing a lot of like people who are on Twitch at one point, and it's even a thing in my head where like, if I get big enough on one of these platforms, whether it's Twitch or not, like maybe I don't sign with Twitch right away. Maybe I see if like YouTube, like maybe, or even stream on YouTube sometimes to see like, hey, what I can draw, because obviously we see it with me. We see it with us in our show for the live stream. We see it with Hercules, Mrs. Function. Like, we're all growing little by little. The more we're on, the more we're building this fan base. And we're building a fan base that's coming, like, through all our streams. So we're always relying on, like, some of the similar people. So it's, like, helping us. So, I mean, I think the live stream for you is an advantage amongst everything else.
No, for sure. We got a really good question in the chat. Jimmy asks, if I drop an F-bomb in the chat and you read it, would it count as both or our F-bombs?
I say we keep it. It counts as if we say it, it counts as our F-bomb.
There you go.
Because I honestly think we can make that a little. It's like a branding thing. Like, how I have ADs in chat, like the F-bomb thing. Like, we can make compilations like all Big Llama's F-bombs or all the big or ADs F-bombs. You know what I mean? So I think we count it as one F-bomb, and we just, we'll blank it out.
Well, exactly. We'll get a little spicy. We'll get a little spicy in the live stream. We're evolving little by little. So yeah, no F-bombs in the chat. No, if we read them, that's our F-bomb. So we got to be careful.
Yeah, I wanna save the F-bomb for epic moments in the show, epic conversations.
It might slip out, man. It might just happen.
And then
I almost did it like 5 minutes ago, man. I was like, Oh, get the. Oh, geez, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Not yet.
Got to save those. Got to save those. One thing we haven't talked about too much is our podcast.
Yep.
Now the podcast
audio.
is, yeah. I mean the podcast is really doing I think really well. I'm doing just a little bit of like I said a makeover on some of the titling, just make it a little cleaner, a little easier to read. But we're still getting some followers there. We're getting some viewers, and so if you're listening to this on the podcast replay, thank you so much.
Appreciate that.
And what I'm also trying to do is I'm trying to edit the podcast itself so that a lot of the intro stuff, the waiting and the countdowns and stuff are sort of just eliminated, so you get right to the content. So last couple of episodes I've been able to do that. Nice. All right, so make sure you check us out wherever you find podcasts, particularly Apple Podcasts has been one of our most popular there.
Oh, so can I ask, because that's not like something I can watch, but like numbers wise, do you feel like it's growing week to week, or is like staying steady?
You know, I think it's pretty steady. Nice. I don't think it's been growing too much, but like I said, I think we haven't carved out, and I think this is something that we'll have to sort of figure out. But podcasts need to be a little bit more, I would say, like direct, right? Like, what's your title? What's your topic? Because people do come to the podcast for specific titles and topics. Yeah. So I think once we start doing that, like I said, in season 2. Next year, we're going to try to put themes to it that may give us a little bit more viewership because it'll be a little bit more focused. But for now, I'm happy with it. I'm not mad at all.
As long as we're getting reoccurring people, because to me, this is what I'm worried about, like the live stream itself. Not saying I don't care about the audio form, but like us building the live stream, I think the audio form will come because it will pick up. And then, you know what I mean, as we go through it, we'll learn like what titles would work, or like what helps us get out there in that form. But I think right now, like us focusing on and learning the live stream part, I think is our main focus. And like you said, season 2, when we start that, will be a lot better than season 1, you know?
That's right. Season 2 comes back with more surprises. All right, Alex is hitting us up in the chat. He says he's going to F-bomb Gabe up right there. Look at that. And then he can't hit us up with a just playing, man, just playing. It's all good. It's all good. Big homie hit us up.
What up, brother?
It says a little late, but y'all know I'm here. Hashtag Llama-Nation. Hashtag Blackout.
I know appreciate that man working hard.
Yeah, for sure. Alex talking about he's already F-bombed up. What is this? Half goat, half llama?
Half goat, half llama. That's a tea. This guy, Jimmy, he creates teas.
Oh, for sure. Listen, I'll take the goat. I'll take the goat. We got Zelenia. Oh, Zelenia. Okay.
Yep. What up?
You're okay. We got traffic, man. We got people on the chat, man. I'm loving this, man.
Hey, man.
This is awesome.
If you build it, they'll come, you know?
Exactly. All right, let's talk about this week's posting. And it's a bit controversial.
Okay.
Because it's one of the, if you notice by the thumbnail, I didn't like this movie.
No?
Nah, man. It was one of the few movies that I've watched, and I wanted to like it, and I said it in my reaction. I really wanted to like it. It wasn't my cup of tea, and I was like, shit. There's a lot of people who consider this to be a classic, and so I was a little bit worried. But I said, you know what? Let me put the honest reaction up front and see if it intrigues anybody. But yeah, no, I didn't like this movie at all, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like it, I'm glad you're able and willing to say that you don't like it, because a lot of people will try to give the cookie cutter, especially if they consider it a classic. They'll try to give you the cookie cutter. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, it was great. It was, I see why it was a classic, but you don't want to do that. You want to give your honest opinion.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. I went into a llama rant for my reaction. Like that was how bad. Like it was.
That's how. Yeah,
you
guys know llama rants.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? And I laughed through it. There was some funny parts. It's not that it wasn't entertaining. I didn't think it was the classic that everyone thought it was. So I was a little nervous, but at the same time, I was like, you know what? Who cares, man? It is what it is. Like in the movie, again, and I got my vindication. I read the trivia at the end, and the goat of movie reviews, Roger Ebert said it was one of the worst adaptations ever made. So I was like, see, right there, vindicated. The
Ebert
goat,
said
the
one thumbs down.
right. The goat, the legend says it's shitty. Then I say it's shitty. So
Yeah.
let's see here. The chat's bumping. Let's see, Zelenia, get off. Just half goat. They're fighting over there. Fighting.
Oh man.
Okay.
Oh man.
Oh man, it's a lot of fun. But so this was one of those. I said it was boring.
Yeah.
In the review, and I'm not kidding you, man. That like I was, and this is the great part, right? Because I'm watching it and I'm watching my reaction to it, and I start when I'm tired and I'm bored and I'm not into it.
Yeah.
I start touching my face. I start looking around.
Yeah.
So I'm watching the repeat, I'm watching the replay as I'm editing, and I'm like this. I'm like, got my nose on this thing. I'm like throwing my head back. I'm touching everything. I'm like, man, this movie's just boring.
I honestly think it would have made for quality content if you fell asleep. Because then you could have put that in your like little trail. When you start the video, the little preview, just knocked out, and then you start the movie.
I mean, listen, I did nod off a little bit, and I have it on tape, but I wasn't gonna put it on there, man, because that's like insult to injury to whoever loves this movie. I'd be like this, just because I can see myself, right, and I'm watching my reaction. I'm going, oh no, I know what's happening in about 2 seconds, and sure enough, I went. I hit the microphone with my nose.
Oh my God, that would have been funny.
Oh man, I have it. I have it edited there, but
you have to clip it and throw it on. Like if somebody says something stupid on Twitter, just put that.
Just put it. So yeah, that's why I knew. That's where I knew like that this needed a llama rant, because I needed the energy at the end, because it was brutal, man. It was brutal. Let's see.
So if you haven't seen his Scrooge review, go check it out.
Right. Please
try to see if you can catch him falling asleep in the review.
Exactly. and see if you can actually. You know what? When I took this picture.
Yeah.
Was after. Right after. I get up and I'm like, I don't like it. Like, I'm just like, nah, this is in the middle of the movie. You see me like this, just standing there like, all right, this is my thumbnail right here. This is it. Oh, man. Oh, it was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun. And editing it was even a bigger chore, because I was, when the movie's boring and you're like editing, you're like, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
With that though, you kind of got to remember the parts you were falling asleep. Like, oh, it was like around here.
Yeah.
This up,
Yeah, it was hard, man. It was really, really hard for sure. All right, man. Let's see. The chat's bumping here. Let's see.
Hey, chat. If you in this chat right now, like this video.
Exactly.
I want to see that. I want to see if that works. Like this.
Like the video. Let's go. Let's get a like train going.
Like this.
Here we go. If you ain't subscribed, fucking subscribe.
Oh, there it goes. That's it. The first one of the day.
That's it. It's over. The llama has dropped his F-bomb.
He let it go.
Zelenia. Look at this shit right here. Fucking life.
You're like, yeah.
Oh, man. That's it. It's over.
Oh, look, it worked. There was 3 and now there's 6. Let's go.
F-bombs in the chat. Look, it's getting spicy.
It's chaos right now. Chat's going crazy. Yo, I can't believe that worked. It was 3 likes and now there's 6.
Let's go. Give me the.
Hey, that's a beautiful thing.
Let's go. And we got 11 viewers on the.
Oh wow!
Look at that.
Hey, shout out to Llama Nation. We coming hard today.
That's it, man. We working today.
Yep.
All right. I like that, man. I like that. It's we're building. All right, let's see. Oh, here we go. The back of Gabe's neck is probably spicy. Oh my God. We got to have Gabe. So, we got to have a segment, Gabe versus Jimmy.
Yeah, just like a minute segment of them going at each other.
Right. We just got to put them on. You and I go small screen. They go big screen.
We're like commentators.
We let them have it for 2 minutes. Say, all right, let's go. 2 minutes, have at it, and let them go. Let them rip.
Listen, man, like I said, Gabe told me he wants to practice podcasting and like being on like, you know what I mean, like in this format of like actually talking. I'm gonna make that man a star. He's got a good personality. You see, either the chat loves him or hates him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Polarizing figure. You can't make that. You know what I mean?
Let's see what neck that boy is head and shoulders.
Isaiah with the Oh, what's up, John Gillen?
John Gillen, the road to 1,000 hashtag. There we go.
Hey, we've been on for 28 episodes. John Gillen has been in the chat for 28 of those.
Exactly.
100%.
This guy, and he's going to be with me at Spider-Man this Friday. So,
oh yes.
So we're going to talk about Spider-Man. But yeah, Gillen, I got his tickets. So John, you better be on time, man, because I'm going to go sit down before you do. So trust me.
I'm going to fly in and take those tickets.
No way.
I hope I can get in, man. I hope I can get in.
Let's see. Is this? Do you guys know this person?
I don't know this.
Camila Doloritas. Is that like a link?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's all right. Spam in the chat. We love it.
It's Bartek. Big losers.
Let's see. AD, stop lying.
Yeah. Yo, you can't try my mans like that. Listen, if people don't like you, you're a polarizing figure. That's more eyes for us.
For sure. All right, hey, we want to talk about Hawkeye.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into Hawkeye because, well, before we get into Hawkeye, a quick Llama rant.
Oh. He saved it for this. You should have saved your F-bomb too.
I should have saved it for this because I can't. I mean, so the episode aired. So mind you, spoiler alert. Anyone who hasn't seen Hawkeye, we're going to talk about Hawkeye, and we're going to talk about. First of all, hold on. Before we get there, Jimmy, this is the funniest thing I've seen. February 30th is National Gabe Day. Ain't no damn February 30th on the calendar. That's hysterical. All right. Back to the Llama rant. All right, so Wednesday the show hits, right?
Yeah.
The minute it hits, every thumbnail has the spoiler at the end. Every single thumbnail on Twitch, on Twitter, on YouTube, everyone has the same freaking thumbnail. And I just, it pisses me off. It's like, come on, man, give people just a chance to see the thing. I know some people stay up till midnight the day before and they watch it and then they do their live streams. That's cool. That's all good for you guys. But let me fucking watch the show. All right? And then don't spoil it for me. Like this is the thumbnail that I saw everywhere. This was the thumbnail. And it's a great reveal. It was great in the show. But I already knew it was going to happen.
Was it great or was it mediocre?
Well, Mama Llama said it was boring.
Yeah, listen, it was okay. It was cool for like if we're in the know, especially with this show now. For the past 28 episodes, all we've been doing is watching Marvel stuff, so we know everything that's happening at this point. So like for us, we get it, you know what I mean? But for somebody like what happened, it was kind of confusing. Like they didn't really say who it was. They just said she was a Black Widow. They didn't say why she was coming for her or for him. They didn't say if it kind of looked like her and Echo were like teaming up, but it was like they're not teaming up. They're fighting. I don't understand. So for like somebody who isn't in the know and just watching the show, it has to be pretty boring.
Well,
subpar.
Well, I mean, how much more story? Like, it's one thing if it's story development, right? Like if there's juicy story that you're getting into, like Loki, where you every week was this big reveal, something new to sort of sink your teeth into. This episode was a lot about celebrating Christmas and how, he's feeling bad, and there's some juicy part there, but like it wasn't worthy of a whole episode.
No, not at all.
So this Hawkeye better step it up because we knew Yelena was coming, right?
Yeah.
We knew she was coming based on the end of Black Widow. But the fact that she was there again wasn't a huge surprise for me, but I kind of wanted to see it for myself.
Yeah.
And it got ruined, but yeah, no, it's been a little boring. I have to say, it's been.
You think the whole show is as a whole?
No, I think there's been some good moments in the show. I
Yeah.
just think this last episode was a little boring. It's
Yeah.
probably a filler episode. You didn't get a whole lot of new character development. You didn't get anything new.
There's only 3 episodes, 2 episodes left.
I think there's 2 or 3 episodes left. Yeah, and I mean, I still want to know what the dad is or the boyfriend. What's his connection? Is the mom a villain? You know, like there's some juicy stuff you're going to get into.
It's leaning towards that. I think the mom's definitely a villain. I think we're gonna see a showdown between. In my head, I hope Kate and the boyfriend fight and have like an actual sword fight, because then it pays off what we saw with the fencing earlier. And I gotta say, like as a whole, I enjoy the show. I think like the storyline is good. I think it's dope how they kind of like humanize. I mean, obviously he's not a superhero, but they humanize him in the way of like the battle damage he's taken throughout all these years of being an Avenger, and like kind of like they're preaching that for Kate, like, you know what I mean, like it's not safe, like they're making that well known throughout the show. Like that's a big theme. It's like you got to understand like what you're getting yourself into, and I honestly think she's a really good, like, I think they can really build something off of her. I think she's a great actress.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, and I like that she's getting the background of what it takes to be in that line of fire and that type of job.
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh, welcome to the team, you're an Avenger, let's go. There's some heartache there, and he's gone through, and it does make me appreciate his character more.
Yeah.
When I go back to do a rewatch of some of his movies, because before, he was just the guy. He was just that assassin guy. He was the the bow and arrow guy.
Yeah.
I do like how they're riffing though on him and his identity.
His branding.
Well, he was like, oh, you arrow guy, right? Or I forgot what the guy called him.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And
She says he has an identity crisis. Like people don't know who he is, that type of thing.
I think the saddest moment, maybe like one of the saddest moments in like Marvel history, is when he's on the phone and his earwave's broken, so he can't hear anything, and she's like writing what his son is saying to him and how the son misses him. So that was a heartbreaking scene, man. Like you don't really get that when you think about like superheroes. You don't really get that, like, or just. Yeah, I mean, you would consider him a superhero. He's not like super powered, but he is a superhero in like what he has done. I mean, he literally, like somebody said, is like, thank you for saving the world. Like, I think the boyfriend said it. Yeah. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like, and then you see these like vulnerable moments. And I think that's what makes the Marvel, like, that's what makes people connected to Marvel stories, because they're actually stories. They're not just superhero, you know what I mean? Like main superhero. Like this is way different than kind of not Loki, but kind of different from what we've seen before in the Marvel cinematic universe. This is kind of like their first take on ground level fighting, because even though Spider-Man is the ground level superhero, it's kind of never been ground level.
Yeah, I mean,
at least I got to meet the spoilers.
Yeah, no, it's tough. It's tough to do that. No, it's one like you have to be actively looking to troll people, like to put again. The Wednesday the episode hits, you put this thumbnail as your video. Like you're just a jerk at that point. Like even EA Voss and the new Rockstars guys, like they're pretty careful about how they sort of put their thumbnails together.
Do it. For me, they like hint at it. You know what I mean? When they do the thumbnails and the title, and it's like it's telling you what it is, but without really just blatantly putting it up there.
Right. And listen, if it's 2 weeks later, I don't care. That's fine. But like the day of, don't do it. Don't do that. But
speaking of Jacob, it's been like 4 weeks. The show's been out. We're a week late.
Oh God.
Yeah. Spoilers. I'm sorry.
Sorry about that.
But also, hey, it's a good show, and you should definitely put your time to it. I think. Yeah. I honestly think it's worth it. And I think it's gonna pick up. And if everybody is saying around the world that Kingpin's coming.
Yeah, and that's the intriguing part. Is Kingpin gonna be part of it? Which I think it hasn't been confirmed, but that's what everybody's talking about is D'Onofrio's coming in on the show, which will be pretty good. I think that adds some stuff to the show for sure. But what about Hawkeye's wife? How does she have all these connections?
So, in the comics, I forgot what they call it, Mockingbird or something like that. Like, she's kind of like what Batgirl is to like Batman, or like not Batgirl but like Oracle, like, you know what I mean, like that person like that kind of oversees stuff. So it seems like they're kind of like, because in the comics his wife like the name of his wife, she's kind of just a plain person in the comics. And
Mhm.
then he dated somebody who was kind of like that knows everything he knows and kind of like gives him the intel and like fights alongside him. So I think they're kind of mixing both characters into his wife. And there's some people saying that like her storyline is probably a little bit more connected to what's going on than we think.
Right. I think she knows more, which is good. It's good. Give her more, flush out her character a little more.
Yeah.
But how about the shade or the lust he was given to Black Widow? Talking about the shot I never took.
Yeah.
Oh man, like that. I mean,
how'd you take that?
I took it as he had a chance. Listen,
With her, like dating her?
maybe he's
Oh
like,
no, I took it as he was gonna kill her.
yeah, no, I think he.
No, I think he was saying he was literally getting paid to like assassinate her, and he said I didn't see or I saw that she didn't want to be doing what she was doing anymore, and I think that's why he saved her. But that's interesting that you took it like that because I mean Scarlett Johansson's
Well, I
gorgeous.
mean,
I'm taking my shot if I'm Hawkeye.
yeah, no, for real. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not hesitating. No. He's literally the best shooter. You got to shoot.
yeah, I mean, it's just like, come on, man, come on. No, but listen, like I took it as both, right? I see that what he's saying, but there was something there, man. There was something in them safe houses that they were, they were hanging out the safe house. I don't know.
I don't know. Do you not like? I feel like they were like brother sister.
Well, I mean, she did like the banner, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying. Like she like, and that was like a huge storyline. I was happy for that, to be honest. Because Banner, I mean, that's a win for him.
I mean, listen, man. I said Black Widow can get it all day, every day, man. Now, Linda Cardellini, or I think her name is, who's Hawkeye's wife. Yeah, man. I've been watching her since Scooby Doo, man. Yeah, man. She's hot.
Wait, the
man.
live action Scooby Doo?
Yeah, man. That was her. She's Velma.
You just blew my mind with that.
Jinkies. You gotta go watch her.
Wow. You blew my mind with that. That's a good one. That's a throwback. I seen that movie in a car theater, like a car
Oh yeah.
drive-in theater.
Now I gotta find you an image, man. Yeah, she was in the
That's
2002 film, man. That's there's a bunch of different people in there, but let me see if I can. Let me see if they. Let me see if I can add this to the stream here. Oh no, it won't. You see her there?
I see.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
She's Freaks and Geeks. Yes, that's where she's from too, right?
Freaks and Geeks. Oh, yo, Justin showed me that show a long time ago.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, man. She's. I mean, I have liked her from afar. I mean, she's been a great actress, but yeah, from Scooby Doo, man.
Yeah.
Caught my attention.
So with the mom though, I mean, you got what's her name? What's her first name? It's Farmiga, but what's her first?
Oh, I don't know her name.
Like Val, something Farmiga. But anyways, she's such a big actress and such a good actress that I don't think they're just putting her to be a mom. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think her role is going to be a little bit bigger. So like, I'm waiting for that flip to come out. And again, like I'm hoping for like a good sword battle between Kate and the stepdad because, I mean, clearly he's hiding something.
Yeah, and the stepdad's from Breaking Bad. I mean, I know that he's a big kingpin drug dealer in Breaking Bad. So like to see him playing this nice character, I was like, nah, this ain't gonna last. This guy's a jerk or something. Let's see. Oh, Young Bucks don't know about that one. No, they don't. I'm telling you. Go back and watch Scooby Doo. Anyway, so no, I think. I mean, again, the Echo character is interesting.
Yeah, and I honestly see why she's getting her own spin-off show.
Oh yeah.
After a while, you know what I mean? Like, you could build off of the character. I mean, her backstory is interesting. Her like how she is, because she's kind of like a female. I mean, if you really think about it, she's kind of like a female Daredevil. Except she can see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like she's using the same kind of senses. She's pretty like combat friendly. So, I mean, I'm excited to see what they do with her because we'll figure out, or at least we'll get theories of like what her show will be about once this show comes to an end and we see her storyline in this show, like how it comes. Because I hope like they don't do like a Black Widow where they kill her in this show and then, you know, we see like her growing up and like how she met like her uncle, which, you know, is looking to be Vincent D'Onofrio, Kingpin.
Yeah, I mean, I hope she stays around for the show. I don't want to be like a flashback show because then there's no weight to the show. Like Black Widow the movie, there was no weight to it.
If you think about it, the only weight was the reveal we got this past week. That was the only weight to that movie.
No, for sure. Now the chat's been bumping. I've been putting it up on the screen. I haven't been reading everything.
Yeah, I get it.
But you know, I just want to make sure everyone knows I'm still. They've been bashing Gabe, and then Gabe has gone silent. Radio silence.
Radio silent. That guy's definitely asleep. Yeah, of course he went to sleep.
Oh man. So
Gabe's not even here. You see what I'm saying? Gabe's not even in the chat, and they're still going at him.
Let's see. Seen shade of Chrome before. Yeah, no. Gabe is getting murdered in here. Let's go, Gabe. You better come back, man.
But yeah, what were you gonna say?
No. I think, like I said, I think Hawkeye has a little bit more to go. I think if Kingpin is revealed in Hawkeye, I think that saves the show from. I don't know. It's not a failure, but it's not. I don't think it's getting the numbers that I think that they wanted it to get. You know, in terms of mass audience, but like. Yeah. Again, someone like my wife, who's just the standard, you know, average fan, she's thinking is boring. Yeah. So, oh man, they're roasting Gabe here in the chat. He can't read anyway.
It's Ace.
Oh my God.
Ace. Ace. Now you get it. Oh wow. That's I appreciate you guys. Yo, I can't believe that actually worked. That was the first time where I was like, yo, like this video right now. And that worked. Like that was a good feeling. I appreciate you guys. You guys made my night with that one.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, man. That was pretty cool to be like, yeah, let's go everyone get a like in the and it went right up, man. Right.
We gotta keep building off. But definitely if you haven't watched Hawkeye, check it out for sure. It's worth the watch, and it's building stories. Like we're gonna get a couple answers from this. You know what I mean? Because I think if Vincent D'Onofrio's in it, then we definitely get Charlie Cox Daredevil.
Oh yeah.
No way you have one without the other. No. Sure.
Yeah. And isn't he supposed to maybe premiere in the Spider-Man movie also?
So that's the thing. A lot of people were saying that this next episode is gonna reveal Vincent D'Onofrio because Charlie Cox might be in No Way Home. So there, you know what I mean? We might get the same reveal, and it's the same week. So you know what I mean? Like it's a good play on their part if they do that. Which, if they pull that off, kind of fire for Marvel.
Yeah, I know, I think they will, man. But you know, let's shift over to Spider-Man because that's the big topic for the week.
Yes, sir.
It's this week, and I tell you what, man, there will be an epic.
Big question: do you got your Spider-Man uniform ready?
My son does. I think I have a shirt. But he has a whole Spider-Man costume, and he's wearing it. He's like,
I respect it.
He is going to be wearing it. But yeah, no, I'm going to start off next week's show with a huge Llama rant if somebody ruined this for me.
You can't be on the internet for the whole.
I'm trying not to. Now, so on Friday, Mama Llama's having some eye surgery, so I'm off.
Okay.
And so I'm going to do my best to stay off the internet completely. And then that night I'm going to go see the movie. So from the moment I wake up on Friday, I'm not looking at my phone or anything. So
I'm actually out. Now that I think about it, I'm actually off Friday. So I might try to wake up early and just wing it and see if I could get a ticket at some point that day.
Yeah, like Zelenia's got her tickets there.
Hey, got her tickets. Yeah. He said, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to stream it for free on the internet. Watch it in my underwear.
Yeah, I'll raid your channel, brother.
Jimmy, come on, man. This is a movie you got to go see in the theaters, man.
100% though. This is gonna be. I really think this is the movie of the year. I mean, and it's coming at the end of the year. But yeah, I think it's gonna have everybody talking. I think it's gonna pull in the numbers. It's like 200 million. I think it's gonna pull 200 million easy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a question. You know what I mean? Like I think the question is it gonna pull more than 200 million? because like if they do, think about it, they went the whole promo tour. They didn't rely. I mean, in a lot of ways, they didn't need to spoil that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire in it because the internet did the talking for them. They did
Right.
the promo of them being in the movie without them even showing us. So if they do show us, and then the trailers that come after the movie is out kind of hints at them or shows them, or people, and then word of mouth people saying, "Oh yeah, they're in the movie," like the numbers are gonna go crazy, man.
No, it's gonna be insane, man. It's gonna be insane. Like I said, I'm hoping they're in the movie, man. Because like I said, there might be a riot afterwards. Who knows, man?
Oh, don't say that, man. I'm in Colorado where they shoot up movie theaters.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
No. There it is. There it is. No, I mean honestly, I mean you can't. There cannot. There's no way that they're not in the movie.
Yeah, I don't, bro. I mean, you bring back the villains, and no shot you don't bring back the main Spider-Man from those series. You know what I mean?
And they're only showing critics the first 40 minutes of the movie. They're only showing critics of the first 40.
Oh, yeah, that's a wrap then. They have to be in the movie.
Jimmy's calling it a night.
I think I'm headed to sleep myself. Good night, fellas. Hey, good night, brother.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, sir. Thank you for stopping by.
So yeah, whenever I see that they're only going to screen 40 minutes to the critics,
yeah, they don't want people to know what the rest of the movie is.
That to me is going to be amazing. That whatever they do their premiere, that's some tight-lipped people right there. You can't divulge anything.
This is the type of movie that would lose people's careers if they like actually spoiled the movie.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, listen. I said I heard again. I've been reading my, the different posts and everything. That aside from Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, there's like going to be 2 or 3 big reveals, like huge beyond them. So
I don't know, man. What else can you put in this movie, right? Like, I'm starting to think like the second movie of the Andrew Garfield series, there's too much. The third movie of the Tobey Maguire, too much. So it's like, are you just gonna fill this? I mean, at this point, this movie kind of works better than those movies in terms of like, we already got a story built that's outside of Spider-Man, so now we can kind of like go crazy with the Spider-Man lore because we already built the Marvel universe. At that point, back when like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was out, there was just those 2 movies, the first 2 movies, and then they bring the third movie where they try to bring in 3 villains. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want to see this fall to the same mistakes as the other ones. Like, let's fill the last movie with a bunch of stuff before, we don't make another movie. And I mean, he did announce he's making another movie, so.
Right, he's got another 3 in the can or some 3 he's going to be filming, which is good. But
then again, it's like, what now, with the Sony Spider-Verse, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think we're in a weird time for the Spider-Man, so I feel like they're trying to get as much as they can off to the point where like maybe Marvel keeps their name in the Spider-Man hat. You know what I mean? They don't want to lose Spider-Man completely.
Yeah, the 3 fan theories I read, one, and I think we talked about last week, one's Miles Morales.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a possible. 2 is Venom, and Venom has been rumored a lot to be in the movie. But
I mean, David said Tom Hardy had like a No Way Home hat or something like that. Like that only on-set people get.
Yeah, so there's a rumor that he's in it, and then the last rumor was a potential Fantastic Four or X-Men, one of those 2 be revealed. But I don't think that's likely. I don't think it's been flushed out to that extent. But Miles Morales or Venom, I think is plausible for me. But you're right. I don't know if I want to see it. I don't know if I want to see that. I think there's enough in this movie to give me what I need.
I mean, think about it. We got 4 villains, if it's going off the Sinister Six, we got 6. Because right now we got 5, and if Kingpin is a bad guy, like because there's also theories that Kingpin might be like the guy funding all these people, not funding, but like like kind of aiding them when they get here.
Yeah.
So it's like if he's in it, then you got 6 villains, and then you got the 3 Spider-Man. You know what I mean? So it's like there's a lot in this movie, so I don't see what they can reveal. But then again, like they might be putting all the weight on these 2 showing up that all these other reveals are getting swept under the rug because like Spider-Man and Wolverine have like good rapport in the comics, and then like other like not live action but cartoon stuff. Like they kind of have good rapport, so that would be kind of cool to see, you know. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, I used to remember the Spider-Man versus Wolverine comics,
Yeah,
which were always pretty popular. And then they were on Marvel versus Capcom. You'd always see them fighting each other, that type of stuff. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I can't wait. It's days away now. So,
yeah, man. We're gonna get all by this time next week for our next live stream show, Sunday 10 p.m. Eastern.
not Pacific.
We'll know exactly. You know what I mean. We'll have seen the movie by then.
Yeah.
So
No, for sure, man, for sure. Let me see if I have anything. I don't think I have any other topics. I don't think. I think this was it. A couple things are coming out, you know, that we've seen trailers for. That's the Cobra Kai series. I don't know if anybody watches that.
yeah, I seen that new trailer. It looks exciting. Are you
Yeah, I
excited
mean-
for it?
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's one of my favorite shows. I'm definitely going to watch that. My issue is I hope it doesn't come out all at once.
It's going to.
I know. I was hoping for a staggered release only because that show is so addicting that I'll binge watch it in a day and a half.
It's almost like this. You can still have the appointment TV with like some streaming shows because right now, like I watch a lot of things off of Stars, and obviously Stars is a channel, so they kind of go with the appointment TV thing, and even like Insecure Tonight. I mean, most of my shows are on Sunday, but like Insecure Tonight on HBO is another show it's like based off the appointment TV thing. And I think honestly, I just prefer it better because, like you said, like if it does come out, I'm binging it immediately, and then I'm done with it for a whole nother year. As a
Right.
point of like, at least I'm going a couple weeks of watching it, and like it kind of builds anticipation. I mean, I even with like the Loki show, like us doing the pod, like it built anticipation each episode. Like that was one of my favorite like watching experience was us watching Loki because it was like we were actually getting in depth and I had somebody to talk to about what I saw with, and like the fact that we had an episode next week and we were doing the same thing next week, like kind of helps out. So I see what you're saying, but
Right. And you can theorize.
Netflix kind of doesn't go that appointment route.
I know, and that's the thing. And you see
Yeah,
Cowboy
you can
Bebop
theorize.
got canceled.
Listen, man. Shout out Big Homie. Big Homie watched. So me and Big Homie, I think I said this before, but we were gonna do like a watch along to the anime and then do like our own review. Then we heard the live action was coming out, and then we realized it kind of came out a little earlier. But Justin, we're Big Homie, he watched both of them and watched the anime first and the live action second. And I've only watched like a couple episodes of each. I haven't finished it yet. But he's like, bro, I see exactly why everybody hates it. He's like, I understand. Like it's, you know what I mean? When you watch the anime, he told me, he was like, he was kind of joking, like you should just watch the live action so you have a different perspective on the anime, and it would like probably improve the anime. So the fact that like it got canceled immediately like shows like people don't like it. It's like he was saying, and he brings up a good point, but it's like, bro, you're trying to recreate something that has such a huge fan base. You know what I mean? Already locked in fan base, and not only that, you're trying to recreate it in 1v1 looks, like how it looks, like 1-to-1 ratio. But you're changing the story along. You're changing kind of like, I think even like the main villain, like the characteristics of the main villain, like people hated like how he was. They were like comparing him to Lord Farquaad.
Oh yeah.
like you know what I mean? Like, which was crazy to me. But the fact that like you're trying to like tell your own story with like other material, and the way they did it was like they left some things out so they can have for like a second season. So it was like you didn't put all your eggs in one basket in terms of like, if you really want to change the story, tell the story originally how it's supposed to be. Because I think if they would have followed like one, you know what I mean, like actually follow the anime, they could have probably got a good show, because I think they had good actors. It kind of looked good to me. I mean, I think a lot of people have like some complaints with it, but to me it looked good. And like you could have built a good show off of it, but I think they were just going with the lazy route, like trying to get the eyes and thinking like just the fact that they're making a live action, but it's failed every time. They did it with Death Note. They did it with this, like Dragon Ball Evolution. I mean, I literally watched that movie in theaters, and I was the only person in theater. Literally, I'm not even lying to you. It was the greatest experience because I love Dragon Ball Z, but like the worst because I hated the movie.
That's like when I went to see Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
I mean, it was without the effects, without the sound. I was falling asleep in that movie, but no. I mean, listen, Cowboy Bebop is, I think, Netflix's attempt to just say there's a hot property, people like it. If we if we put something together real quick, maybe it'll keep selling. But the story just wasn't there, I guess, for some people.
And that's the thing. Like they had somebody who worked on the original stuff with
Right.
like a part of the project. So like I'm kind of confused. I think the actual writer, but I'm kind of confused as to like why try to change it up so much. Like maybe because they need to make a different take on it, I guess. But like I don't know.
So we got some. So I lit some fire here. I love Detective Pikachu.
I love the concept of it because I love Pokemon. I'm trying to play Pokemon on stream now, but my Elgato's not working. But I love the concept of them actually bringing live Pokemon because they look good. But the story of Detective Pikachu was kind of not for me.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't know anything about it. So like, my son was like, "Oh, that's such and such. Oh, there's that character. Oh, this." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Who is that? What do they do?" All I know is Pikachu shoots, lightning bolts. That's all I knew. And he's like, "Oh, that's Jar Jar, whatever his name is." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever."
Yeah. So you just didn't have it in you. See, like I was kind of like I was like your son, nerding out about what Pokemon they brought to life.
Right.
But you know what I mean? Like I said, I think Netflix has like a Pokemon series in the works that's kind of live action. So if they could do something that looks as good as that, but with like a better story, or even if they follow like that. See, that's another thing. That's what makes me scared about loving anime properties and them trying to do like live action things. Because it's like they already ruined Dragon Ball Z, right?
Mm-hmm.
They ruined it off of it just wasn't ready. Even like Mortal Kombat, like the new Mortal Kombat was kind of like a little different than what the older one. When you could have just followed the older thing and we would have watched it. You know what I mean? You would have had the same story. We would have loved it. The same story with the upgraded fatality. We're having a good time. You know what I mean? But
Exactly.
like I said, with the Pokemon Netflix thing, I just hope they don't like try to mess it up. You know what I mean? I hope they don't mess it up.
No, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. It's like, it's tough. It's tough to adapt those types of things to. I don't know, man. Sometimes I think it should be so easy, but I guess it's easier said than done, right? Like,
It has to be.
Right.
They mess it up every time. So, like, to me, it has to be.
Yeah, because it's such a well-known property. You should be able to put it on screen, but it's tough. It's like Sonic, right? Like that one just released its first trailer for the new movie, but I said it was going to suck, and it didn't. It was actually pretty good. So
I mean, I haven't seen the first one, but the second trailer looks, or the first trailer to the second movie looks pretty good. And I mean, it was funny because remember they like released it with like a more realistic face.
Oh God,
the
yes.
internet hated it.
Yeah.
And I seen a tweet. It was like, "We almost had this. Remember, like, don't you forget."
Exactly. Well, listen, I'm glad they were able to fix it because it was a decently enjoyable movie, and it looks like they're upping the ante for the second one. But again, I'm still optimistic to say I don't know. I don't think it's gonna do that well. So I'll sit here on my high horse and say Sonic's gonna suck.
Listen, I think I'm making a bold prediction. They're gonna tease Shadow, which is like a popular like Sonic character, at the end of the second movie, and it's gonna do good. We're gonna get a third movie with Shadow, guaranteed.
Come on, they have Idris Elba as Knuckles.
Yeah, that's kind of a huge pickup too. I mean, you already got Jim Carrey, which, if you think about it, when was the last Jim Carrey movie?
Right. It's been a while,
and he did Sonic, like.
Exactly. Like, you wouldn't expect it. And I love the fact that they course corrected. Like, I think.
Yeah, that was honestly.
Yeah, because he didn't look anything like Eggman. But towards the end, yeah, he looks just like him. Now in this movie, it looks like he's going to look exactly like we remember him in the cartoons or in the video games.
That's one property that looks like they're actually like. I mean, think about it. They changed Sonic's face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right before the movie came out, like. So, I mean, clearly they're trying to do it right. And that's how you should do it. Like, you know what I mean? You release a trailer and the people don't like it. Like, do what obviously it probably costs crazy amount of money. And I'm just talking out my ass. But, you know what I mean? Like, listening to the fans goes a long way. Because now the people who did make a complaint about it, see they fixed the face. Now they're going to go support the movie because they felt heard.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And like I said, it was an entertaining movie. I thought it was pretty good. The voice talents were good.
Yeah.
But again, we'll see. Even with Idris, we'll see. The one thing I was talking about last week, and we'll wrap it up with this discussion point, is the movies that are going to bomb. Matrix is in that category. Matrix is gonna. I think Matrix is still gonna bomb. I was in a chat with somebody who's on live, and I had said in the chat, I think Matrix is gonna bomb. It's a day and date release. It's the week after Spider-Man, and it's going up against Kingsman. There's just too much eating at each other that I think Spider-Man will have a great second week. And even though Matrix will make money, it's just not going to make the money it should.
Yeah. But they have to have known that, bro. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way. There's no way that they didn't know what they're dealing with placing the movie there. And also, like, are they that confident in this movie, or is it just like a quick cash grab,
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Like, is it going to be a resurgence, Or is it just like, where they plan? Like, because I don't know, man. I feel like the Matrix was such a huge like franchise that maybe the returning audience, it will get like the money to make maybe another movie after this. But like, to me, it kind of seems like they're not confident in their movie if you're gonna put it after Spider-Man, or they're that confident in the movie that it's gonna catch people the week after. Like, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, you might have Spider-Man fatigue, right? And you go to see the Matrix. I think it's great because people are off. It can make some money. The problem is with it being on HBO, there's too many options for you. And I
didn't even think about that.
That's my thing. I want to go see it in the theaters, but if I had the option to watch it at home, I might check it out at home first before I go to the theater.
Yeah, that's another thing. Because I was gonna say, like, what if Spider-Man starts something back in the maybe not the world, but the U.S., like, going back to movies. You know what I mean? Like, because this is the first, like you said before, I think we talked about it last week, but, like, Spider-Man's kind of like the first movie where people are like, it's far enough from the pandemic where, like, maybe it's time to go back to the movie. Maybe we can enjoy the movies. And we've been seeing every movie that's been released, like, the I don't know about you, but, like, when I've been going to the movies the past couple times, traffic has increased and it's been kind of busy. Like, you know what I mean? This might be a spark. So, like, that could in turn help, other movies. You know what I mean? People going to the movies for Spider-Man is going to help. Oh, maybe I want to see Matrix in theaters the next week, or, you know what I mean? We haven't gone to the movies literally 2.5 years. Why not? Let's go back-to-back weekends, Who knows?
I can't imagine what it costs to run a preview during the Spider-Man movie. Like, that's insane. Like, you're going to get so much eyes on So maybe the Matrix has something up their sleeve there, and they run something there. I don't know.
That honestly is the play, though.
Yeah.
That's the play for Matrix and the play for the movie theaters, because you want people to come back the next week for a different movie.
Yep, for sure. And what happened this week? I know that West Side Story came out and that thing bombed. My God, that's $100 million movie, man.
Yeah,
and I don't even think it cracked 10 million or something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. All right, man. Well, listen, I think we're good, man. I think the chat sort of cooled off. Some people have sort of peeled off. So I think we're good to go, man. I think we had another great night.
It was a great episode.
I want to thank all of our subscribers, all of our members.
Everybody who came through today.
Everybody who came through. I mean, we had Baltimore, we had Gabe. I mean, all the way through Mr.
Shout out to Lenia. I got to say shout out to Lenia. She
yeah?
came into my chat today. She's my cousin, Gabe's sister, but she came into my chat today on Twitch and then come pulling up to the Llama show. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. Loki was good, by the way.
She hit you right there. Europe.
So appreciate that.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, we got to thank everybody for coming through. Yeah. We appreciate it. We're going to keep doing this every week. Sunday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not Pacific. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it'll be a companion series to any of the videos that I put out on my channel. It will be a continuation of your streaming. For your Twitch guys to jump over and take a little break from the action. Yeah. Are you going back to streaming right now? Are you going to go back over there?
I'm going to see if I can play with somebody, probably, because it's early. But, I might be on again. So,
all right. Well,
like I said, I'm trying a new metric for weekly. I'm trying to see how many hours I put in. So, last 7 days, I'm at like 24 hours, 25 hours. So, I mean, I put in a lot of work. So it's honestly like a second job.
I mean, it's a lot, man. Like you think about all the time that gets put into your streaming, Oh look, Zelenia wants to play. He says,
It's like Cold War. Dang, yo, I don't even have that downloaded. I literally left that. I had deleted it. I played that thing for a whole year. But yeah, with the streaming thing, I mean, like, I'm trying to go like longer hours too. So I'm trying to build like that stamina when it comes to streaming and like being on. And honestly, practicing just being in front of the camera and like always being live. So I mean, we're growing. Same thing we're doing here on the Big Llama Show. I'm glad. I hope you feel better, man. Honestly.
yeah, no, I'm just about at the end of my rope here, man. I'm like,
No.
I can't. I know I'm still debating. My work tomorrow. I gotta see how I feel in the morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Look, thank you for powering through it with me, AD. For everybody, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Again, check us out on podcasts. If you're listening to a podcast, make sure you subscribe there. If you want to really support the show, make sure you like and subscribe at the Big Llama Show. Check out AD, Blackout AD over on Twitch. Make sure you follow him and subscribe to his channel. And he's on all week long. So, guys, if you're jonesing for, the Blackout crew, they're on. Hercules Outlaw, AD. If you want to roast Gabe in his chat, Gabe will be in the chats over there.
Gabe will be there, yeah.
No, for sure. Make sure you're supporting all the Blackout guys out there. Miss Dysfunction. If you again, anybody who supports this channel, go out and support them. Give them a like. If you can, host their channels, do that. Do whatever it takes to sort of make this brand start growing a little bit more. So again, I want to thank everybody for joining me. AD, anything else before we take off, man?
Nah, man. Like I said, feel better. We'll be back next week with Spider-Man. It's gonna be a big show.
Big show, yeah, big show next week.
But let everybody know. Share it this week, and audio form be out tomorrow. So.
Yep. It'll be out, and yeah, we're gonna have to put spoiler alerts because we're definitely gonna spoil the shit out of that movie.
100%.
All right, man. So, all right, everyone. Peace out. Thanks for joining me. Later. Have a good night.